Okay, for those of you who need to devour content real quick, here's the list. Hit pause, read, hit dislike, bye-bye. Alright, now, for the rest, if you'd like, I'm going to kind of talk a little bit more about why I decided to pre-order a Crescent Kayaks Primo. So over 10 years ago, after my dad, Hermie, began having health issues, we started taking walks. And then it got too hot. So I thought, maybe a kayak. So I bought this orange one. Hermie took it on a quick test ride and immediately decided we needed another. So now here's just me with two kayaks, yet I still ordered a Primo. So the main reason that I've been looking to upgrade my kayak is about the hull. Now, I loves my kayak, but it's pretty much like paddling around in a bowl. It doesn't like going straight. But whenever I was looking around at other boats, at recreational sit on top, it was all about fishing kayaks, and it would talk about all these bells and whistles, whatever. And few would actually really stop and talk about the hull and why you want a good hull design and all that. So when I watched the latest walkthrough video that Crescent Kayaks put out about the Primo, I was just like crazy thrilled when the owner of Crescent Kayaks, James, took the time to spend a whole long segment about why the hull was as it is and all the thought they put into it.
So at Crescent, we care about paddling. We're a company that's absolutely, obsessed and very enthusiastic about good paddling kayaks. This is the hull. And the hull is pretty much anything below the waterline that's going to interact with the water. At Crescent, we have a saying that the spirit of the kayak is going to be the hull design and how it does interact with the water.
And it will also be nice to have a kayak that doesn't have a big old crack at the bottom, currently covered with about 10 globs of glue. Yeah. My mutts love the kayak. And my Emotion Spitfire has a nice little place up there for them to sit, and I put a little black little rubber thing for traction, and sometimes they all want to be in that little spot, so they play King of the Mountain. I've been following Crescent Kayaks for quite a while, and there was one, their splashback, that was kind of close, but it didn't have mud room. The Primo does. Yay. When it seems like the whole world's gone about these crazy expensive fishing kayaks, I'm just so happy to see a really quality kayak for a paddler at a super reasonable price. So another great thing about my Spitfire was that it was 9 feet, so it fit in nice and snug in my 8-foot bed truck, tilted a little and it fits right in. The Primo is 10.6, a little bit longer than I wanted, but I figure all you're getting for that, plus it will still fit in fine. I can tilt it a little, and yeah, we can make it work. It also weighs just a little bit more than the Spitfire, but only 10 pounds, and I use a kayak cart anyway, so no problem. So I've been watching Crescent Kayaks videos for a long time, and I love when they do their walkthroughs and when they explain stuff about their kayaks, and that all comes from the owner here, James. And I knew for a long time I wanted a Crescent Kayak. I was just waiting for the right one, and man, the Primo is so it. So the seat on my Spitfire was never too good, and as you can see, I've added padding. I've also had to replace the long, decrepit nylon straps with some paracord. So support, not so much. The Primo seat looks superior, and the best thing about the Primo too, besides the seat, is that you can stand on it. So when I get the old sore butt syndrome, I don't gotta go on a beach and walk around for a while. I can just stand up on my kayak. How cool would that be? So it never had very good options for storage on the Spitfire. I just sort of made like a PVC cup holder that actually worked fairly well. And then I just had a bunch of loose stuff that was always around, nowhere to put it. So definitely the extra 1.5 feet of the Primo, especially the way you've got 2 compartments, that's going to be real nice. So when I first started paddling around with my dad, we never really went all that far. I think our max ride was maybe 3 miles. But now it's just like there's this big old lake out there. I'm heading out towards 10 and more, or even, spending the day. So I just love the fact that there's so many more options with this Primo. There's things I don't even know that I may want, and they're there. And I certainly don't have them on the Spitfire. So yeah, it's Primo, it's gorgeous, and just there's just not a cooler name for a kayak, especially from a dude that looks like James.
And we are so proud to bring you the Primo of the highest American-made quality.